109-94. Perhaps the biggest headline is their star guard Jimmy Butler exiting the game late in the first quarter after a hard fall. Jimmy reportedly suffering a pelvis contusion. He's scheduled to undergo an MRI in San Francisco on Thursday. Our girl, Monica McNutt, joining us now. Monica, top of the morning to you, lady. We'll get you in just a second.
What the hell is in that background? What kind of ceiling you? I mean,
He's in a hotel.
It's art.
I was like, Lord, that okay. I thought, you know,
photograph that I have only enhanced with my presence in the center.
All right, I understand. I was just wondering. I just saw the background. What the hell's going on?
Absolutely.
Where's she at?
I feel inspired by that art, Monica. So they tell me this: are the Warriors done without Butler at 100%?
Well, I think that it's going to be very, very tough for them to beat Houston. I wouldn't say definitively that they're done because Houston can be very sporadic offensively. Defensively, they'll bring it. But offensively, it's problematic for them to score at times. And anytime that's an issue for you, you can get beat. So I wouldn't say it's a foregone conclusion without Butler that they would win this series. But I would elevate them to being the favorites to win the series if Butler can't go, which I believe ultimately he will be able to go. Here's what I would tell you if Butler was going. Even if Golden State did get past the first round, you going home next round. I mean, you ain't winning. You ain't beating the Lakers or Minnesota without Jimmy Butler if you're the Golden State Warriors. That I would tell you. With Jimmy Butler, you could be going to the conference finals. Without him, you could go home in the first round, but you definitely be going home in the semifinals. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm with you, S.A. This is a big deal. I mean, there's two reasons that you think, oh, goodness, this is bad. One, if Jimmy Butler is out, they have traded away anybody that would have been able to potentially step in, right? And so you're literally looking at a depleted roster. Second, and we saw this last night, and our terrific sports and information group put out great numbers about this, but without Jimmy Butler on the floor, Stephen Curry was defended by 1.6 players per shot, right? So basically, the Rockets were able to send nearly the double team. But that is important to note because it's the most that he's seen that sort of volume in a playoff game under Steve Kerr. And so the Rockets defense has the type of athletes, has the scheme that they can really make life difficult on Stephen Curry. And without a true creator in Jimmy Butler, like, that load is just going to be so persistent and consistent. Now, as you have pointed out, Stephen A., Stephen Curry is the best shooter that God has ever created.
There we go.
So I am not going to rule out something unfathomable happening, but I'm looking at the degree of difficulty if Stephen Curry has to carry this, not only the nature of game to game, but also the nature of the series, as he has had to navigate some aches and pains and bumps and bruises down the stretch of his career. You look at that Rockets group, they are largely young, healthy, and they play with a tremendous amount of energy on the other side. So this could be big time problematic.
It could be a big time problem, but I just don't see Jimmy Butler being able to walk off the basketball court. He's just a guy. I mean, the worst case scenario is that I see him missing game 3. That's the worst case scenario. Well, I can't see him being out longer than that. Not Jimmy Butler. He's just too rough. He's just too tough.
Monica?
I just don't see it.
Yeah, I agree. If he can go, he's going to go. But then I guess the next level of this question is, like, what percentage of Jimmy Butler do you need? And even last night, to be fair, I think it was a dozen at one point in the fourth quarter. The Warriors were in striking distance, even though all the numbers bear out that they barely survived the time that Steph Curry wasn't on the floor last night. I just think it's fragile. I mean, we keep saying, and it's true, there's two sides of the coin, though. We keep pointing out the inexperience of some of these young teams that were able to clinch these high seeds, Houston being one of those that is a centerpiece. But on the flip side, while experience does give you a ton of confidence, it also translates to lots of mileage, and you just wonder about the nature of a series in terms of those quick turnarounds. Now, the good news is this next game is not until Saturday.
Yeah, but of course, much of their success will be dependent on Jimmy Butler and his health. Again, he'll be getting that MRI today on his pelvis. We'll keep you up to speed as soon as we have those results. Monica, thank you kindly. It's also NFL draft.
For a second there, they survive it. Cleveland does, 121-112. Donovan with 30. Darius Garland with 21. Tyler Hero finishes this one with 33 points. Now, they're up 2-0, but the scare did come because they were down by 17.5, and things got weird. We've seen Cleveland blowout teams. We've seen them come back from double digits down. And I'm wondering, too, Chandler, at this point in the season, in the playoffs, like these types of back and forth, a little bit scary for a second. Is it good for them?
Yeah, it is. And you like to be tested. And again, they had such a great historic season. They were unbelievable. Getting the 1 seed, no one thought that was going to happen. Right. They thought that was Boston's for sure. So the fact that they are doing this, I think they have something to prove here too. Prove to the world, sweep the Heat. Like, don't take your foot off the gas. Go to Miami, get 2 more, get off your feet, get rest, and get ready for the next series and keep, because they've been doubted all year long. I even say, like, I still think the Celtics are the team to beat, and I don't know what more the Cavs can do. They've been tremendous all year long on both sides of the ball. I just can't get over how good the Celtics are. So again, I hope it comes down to Cavs and Celtics. It's going to be a hell of a series, but they have it all. They have bigs, they have shooting, their bench is deep. Donovan Mitchell showed last night when he took over the game late. He's a closer in this league, so they're awesome. It's just they're going to have to go through the Celtics, and when they do, I think they'll finally get the flowers they deserve.
If we don't get Cavs Celtics, something weird happened.
Absolutely, we're getting Cavs.
Like, yeah, what would have happened for that?
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Boogie, we've got a good quote from this one. Friend of the show, Darius Garland, was asked, "What do the Cavs need to do to continue winning?" Here he is.
What's the key to playing clean basketball like that against a team like that?
Pick on Tyler Hero and take care of the ball. Don't play in tight spaces. And pick on their weak defenders. Go at them.
I feel like Serena over there is like, oh, he just said that out loud. He just name-checked him. Like,
I thought this was AI when I saw it. I was like, there's no he just set that up to go to Miami.
You like it? I mean, I think we all like. What'd you like about it?
Put a name on it. Put an address on it. I like all that. I like that energy. Straight to the point, brutally honest. And we're going to call out the weakling that we feel is the weakling, which is, Tyler Hero in this situation. Obviously, there's some tension between those two. So I like it. I like this type of energy.
There's tension between the Pacers and the Bucks too, but Halliburton's not saying let's go at Dame.
No, it's just we just assume that's what he means.
Anthony Edwards not going to say let's pick on Luka. It is crazy that I literally thought it was fake. I don't know what to believe these. What I mean? So
because his face doesn't change. It's just very.
Also, say it on Run It Back, Carlin. You got to do it in the post game. Come on, you come on the show all the time. Mix it up on here, but again, I'm with Boogie though. I love it. This is what makes the playoffs different than the regular season. This is what makes it more intense, and this is what you see all these dust-ups and technical fouls and ejections, and that's what makes playoff basketball so much more fun to watch as a fan and as a player to compete in it. So I love it. You don't really see a straight call-out like this in the middle of the series going to their town.
Gosh.
But, man, it's going to be awesome.
What if it backfires? What would happen?
You got to live with that.
My goodness.
Sometimes talking trash and over-talking, sometimes it backfires.
That's where it gets a little tense. But you know what? Now you just sweep them, and then you get the last laugh.
Sweep them and say it again.
Legendary. Yeah, it's legend. We picked on
Stamp it.
Did it. Taking a quick break. More Run It Back.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Ngày hôm nay mình sẽ làm một video, đó là tô mò những sản phẩm, hoa quả, con vật, đồ vật, vân vân. Nếu các bạn chưa biết sản phẩm gì đúng không, thì các bạn hãy xem video của mình đến hết nhé, rồi sẽ biết sản phẩm đó là gì. Và bây giờ mình sẽ hướng dẫn các bạn tô sản phẩm đó. Và bây giờ chúng ta cùng đi tô mò nào.
Ăn quả như kẻ trồng cây, và ăn Quỳnh Anh thì nhớ bố mẹ Quỳnh Anh.
Alo, anh Quỳnh Anh thì nhớ đến nhà hỏi thăm bố mẹ à? Đúng không?
Thôi, ăn Quỳnh Anh khó lắm, đừng nghĩ đến chuyện ăn.
Đúng rồi.
Đớp vào hơi bị khó đấy. One, two, three, four, five. Đấy, bắt đầu đi, bắt đầu.
Bây giờ sẽ read story con vừa rồi nhá. Mình không tiếp nó, anh không trả lời nó nhưng mà sẽ read story.
Có chó nó yêu. Chó nghĩa. Tiếp của anh tí. Nghĩa đổi không nghĩa.
No.
Đổi không đi.
Em thích cái này hơn.
Anh kia một chuyển không nữa. Cái gì em không lên đâu.
Thật là phải chúa.
Em không.
mẹ đâu.